Hey everybody, Robert from Black Belt Gaming, picking it up again with the Ranger, who's currently in a green space in the Whispering Woods. As we start his turn, he will gain one free action for starting in a green area. This is called Elf Support. All right, let's get aggressive. We're going to take a free movement action and move to the Dancing Stone. That's a free action, didn't take any tokens. We're going to spend our first action token to make a regular move, maybe to Monarch City. Then we're going to use our Brotherhood of the Trackers ability. You may enter one blue location each turn without spending an action to move there. So we are now in Bounty Bay. We're going to spend our second regular action to move a space, and our third action to move one more. And that's going to put us in the Raven Forest with the Demon General. We're going to spend an action there to initiate an attack on the two orcs. This being a green location, we have Woods Lore, which allows us to gain +1 on our attack rolls. So we're going to take 2 green dice, +1 to each. That 2 becomes a 3, and that 4 becomes a 5. We need 3 or higher to defeat orcs, so we've defeated both of those. Believe that leaves us with 1 action remaining. For our final action, I think we're going to initiate an attack against this general. We are alone, believe it or not. And we need to bring forth the cards that we're going to use, because there may be some corruption taking place. That is this General's special ability. I have a total of about 6 cards I'm planning for this hero to use against the General. So I need to roll 6 dice, and we're trying to avoid ones. And we have 1, 1. That means we need to discard one of our 6 cards. All right, we've done that. So how many are we going to get here for this attack? We discarded a single die card. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dice rolling. Now, there's another thing here. One of the High Council cards, the Magic Scroll. This card may be discarded by a hero to gain 2 dice in a battle against a general. I think we're going to do that since we are alone and fighting against the general. Okay, well, I think that's going to be 9 dice total. Let's see what happens. All right, I've got 3 of each of these colors. That's going to be totaling 9. We need 4s or higher. We are on a green space. We're fighting him in the woods, and that is to our advantage. We get to add +1 to each of our dice. Did we do it? 1 success, 2 success, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 successes. Let's go to the general and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've done it. We've done it. We have defeated the Demon General. Well, this is great. Our Ranger now will become the Demon Slayer, I believe. And I think we get, well, we get to remove him from the board. That's one good thing. And I think we also, don't we get a bonus of like 3 hero cards? Let's draw some of those for our ranger. And I think that was our last action for this turn, so I think that does it for us. Before I forget, I've got to advance this guy one more time to the mid-war. We're still drawing 2 cards, but general movement for one of those, for both of those cards, minions for one of those cards only. All right, so we're heading into the evening. I don't know, I feel like that was just a very bold and aggressive move, and I'm so glad that paid off. Whew. All right, so we're heading into the night. It is time for 2 cards. One's for minion and generals. We have a Dragonkin on Dragon's Teeth, and then 2 at the Darkwoods. I think we're going to have an overrun here. But the Undead General will not advance. He's already passed the Windy Pass. Let me take a look and see what's going to happen here. So I do have Visions of Doom from the High Council, which can allow me to replace particularly nasty Darkness Spreads cards twice in the game. So if we have an overrun that happens up here, if I need to place 2 minions, that's going to be a 4th minion, so we're going to get a crystal. Undead goes there, and an undead goes there. And then another one would be placed. Another crystal, that's going to be 2 crystals, a 3rd undead there, and then we're going to be placing a crystal there, I believe. That's going to be 3 crystals placed on the board, if I'm reading that right. Well, I really don't know how wise this is, but I'm thinking about letting this card go ahead and play out. This is rough, though. We've got 1 Dragonkin down here at the bottom on an empty space. That's okay. An undead minion would be going there, and instead that area becomes tainted, and we have an overrun. And another... Sterling has a hard time standing up. And another overrun. Then another minion would be placed there. So another crystal gets placed. Another undead goes into the Golden Oak Forest. And I think we go into a crystal on the Windy Pass. I will double check the rules, but I think that's what happens. Yeah, the rules just said the tainted land occurs, but no additional minions are placed, which would then create an additional overrun. So 3 crystals placed right there in one card. All right, so that one was nasty. What do we have next? General movement, well, the Demon General would make a move, but not going to happen because he's not on the board. All right, we are picking it up with the Sorceress here. She is currently at full health, and I do think I want her to do something about the Tainted Lands crystals there in Orc Valley. Let me think. All right, and been thinking a lot about this one. We're going to change form. We're going to transform into the orc disguise, so the illusion of looking like an orc. For her first action, she will discard a card. Well, she only has one right now that's going to fit this place. I could drop the crystal of light. If I discard this, I can get rid of all crystals in her area. I was going to do this by the die rolls, but I'm kind of rethinking this now. Just because I simply don't have... I've only got one red card that I can use. So that means I can only attempt once at this location. And I would really like to knock out 2 crystals. So we're going to go ahead and use our Crystal of Light. Discard this quest card. And we can remove all the crystals there. So that didn't even take an action to do. That takes us back up to 4 crystals. Alright, for her first action then, since that was the use of a magical item, I think we're going to use a horse card that will allow us to move 2 spaces to the Father Oak Forest, and she gets to replace that card. I believe that's right. Fresh mounts. Yeah. Then we're in Father Oak Forest. We have orc hatred, so we cannot leave this space because there is an orc here. So as a second action, she's going to attempt an attack, and she gains an extra die in battle with this orc. And wow, what a terrible roll. We do have ambush. If you're the same shape as an enemy, add +2 to each die rolled. So that actually does become a 3, and that is enough to kill an orc. Wow. That worked out. Okay. Then I think I'm going to move again to Brookdale Village. Used a token to move. And I think I'm going to build a magic gate here. So next action is to build a magic gate. We don't have any on this side of the board, so maybe this can help. For an additional action, we're gonna see what happens when we go visit Sterling. So I'm gonna spend my last action to talk to this dragon. So just reviewing this, when on the location where the silver dragon resides, spend 1 action to roll 3 dice. Each 5 or 6 is a successful encounter with Sterling. Draw a card and apply the effect associated with the number of successes gained. Okay, so we're at the location. We spent our last token. We roll 3 dice. I'll just roll these 3 blues. And we got a 4, a 3, and a 6. So I guess that is a single success. All right, I drew a card. And I guess if you don't get any... Why would you draw a card if you don't get any successes? We got 1, right? The dragon takes flight to do battle. Move Sterling to any location and defeat all minions there. Wow. Wonder what else would have happened. The dragon offers assistance in the form of transport. You may move to any location. The silver dragon attacks a general. Wow, reduce one general by 2 wounds. Okay, well there are some good things here. But we get to defeat minions somewhere. Well, where do we want this big fellow to go? The Dark Woods is tempting. That's up there. But so is the Withered Hills over here. We've got a collection of demons over this way. Demons are still the problem with the crystals. I just don't want Dark Woods to be drawn again. That's going to create a lot of problems. Either one of these places are going to create a big problem. But so could the canyon down here. Why don't we take Sterling over to the Withered Hills? So he's going to leave Rock Bridge Pass, go to the Withered Hills, and wipe out the 3 demons there. And that is that. We'll pick up a couple of hero cards for the sorceress. 2 special cards for her. I'm going to need to get rid of some of these cards. I think this is okay to do. I'm going to play one of these special cards here. It allows you to remove 6 minions around the Monarch City. So we're going to remove the orcs and the dragonkin all around Monarch City there. Don't think anything else is close. So yeah, we took 2 dragonkin from there and an orc from there, and then I think we had a dragonkin there. So sort of cleaned that out. Well, it kind of hurts to play this one, but I need to get rid of the cards. So, Dark Vision. Draw the top 5 cards from the Darkness Spreads deck, then place them back in any order or discard any you wish to avoid. 5 cards, it says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can place these back in any order. Well, we had a bunch of general movement that was going to happen there, so I'm going to discard 3 of these cards and put them in the discard pile. And now we've got the sorceress down to her standard hand of 10 cards. So we go into the Darkness Spreads, and we need to draw 2. The first card for minion and general movement is quiet. All is quiet. And the second card, general movement only. The demon general would move, but he is no longer on the board. So nothing happens, basically thanks to the special card we played. Alright, so Sorceress is done. Well, everybody, I think I may end this video here. We have the Undead General 2 spaces away. The Orc General is 2 spaces away. The only 2 left on the board. Let's see if we can get them in some future turns here. But at least the Ranger aggressively made a run at the Demon General and took him down. So pretty good turn. Or pretty good set of turns. Anyway, we got to see some Sterling in action, so that was nice as well. Hope you'll catch me for the next one. Let me know if you spotted any mistakes. Thanks, everybody.